Hey everybody, welcome back. You can probably see my big dog there, so sorry if he makes any noises. He's just a pup. So, today I want to talk about binge eating disorder. It is an actual eating disorder, and as you can imagine, a lot of people struggle with binge eating. And so today I'm just going to kind of talk about it and some of the risk factors and some things to look for. And if it sounds like you or somebody you know, maybe consider finding some help to help them overcome the emotional issues associated with binge eating. Okay, so don't freak out just yet if you feel like you struggle with not being able to control what you eat. Don't be freaking out saying that, oh my gosh, I have this binge eating disorder that she's talking about. A lot of people have difficulty managing how they eat. Obesity is clearly a problem in our country, but binge eating disorder is got some very specific criteria, and I'm going to discuss those here in a bit. But I will say that binge eating disorder is the most common eating disorder here in the country. And again, that should be no surprise when we think about the problem with obesity and the difficulty that millions of Americans have with, restricting. And I don't mean restricting in like an anorexic way. I mean just, difficulty saying no to foods. It's no surprise that binge eating disorder is the most common eating disorder here in our country. So here's some things to look for considering whether or not this is an actual disorder that you're struggling with. So you may eat a large amount of food, and it's larger than what most people in that similar situation would eat. You feel when you do eat that you lose total control, like you can't stop eating. There's just this urge and this desire to just keep eating more and more. You might eat really quickly. You feel very full, and now this is different than going out and eating dinner and feeling full. This is an uncomfortably full, like almost physically ill, uncomfortably full. Eating a large amount of food, again, larger than what most people would eat in that situation, but eating that large amount of food even when you're not hungry. Eating alone because you're embarrassed to eat around other people. You're worried that people are going to judge the amount of food you're eating, how much you're eating, how you're eating, and that you feel really disgusted with yourself. You feel very ashamed and very sad and even guilty after you eat that amount of food. And this binge eating disorder is different than bulimia because you're not trying to also purge that food. Rather, you sit with it. And so, again, that's the difference between the bulimia and binge eating, as bulimia has the purging in an attempt to get rid of the calories consumed. So, there is an emotional component here to binge eating. There's a mental component to binge eating, and there are ways to treat that. Binge eating disorder is very treatable. So so the good news is that there is help available for you. And so if you need some more information on how to get help, I just want to encourage you to go check out nationaleatingdisorders.org. You can find lots of resources there. You can get access information for people. How do I get help for this, and even find professionals to help you. As always, please share this video if you found it helpful. You never know who is struggling and who may need to hear this information. Give it a thumbs up, comment, ask questions. I want to know, what do you want to hear about? What would be helpful for you? what's something you're curious about. So hit me up here, leave comments, or you can email me. You can go to my website and contact me that way. But I'm always open to questions and comments on these videos. As always, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.